Why can you not block anything? Let's chat about it, alright? So, this is going to be less of a scientific video. We're not really gonna get into like hard numbers or hard gameplay concepts. This is gonna be more focused on the underappreciated mental aspects of being able to defend yourself. So the first thing that I want to point out is that to be able to effectively play around something, especially proactively, you have to know that it exists. And so, as a new player, if you're beating yourself up over getting hit by things that you've literally never seen before, you're just causing yourself unnecessary distress. There's going to be a period of time where you have to experience all of these moves at least a couple of times before you start to be able to recognize them. And Tekken is notorious for having these massive move lists, so if we were just to assume that every character has 70 moves, and it's going to vary, but 70 moves on average. If we multiply that 70 by the 28 characters that are in the game, we get 1,960. And if we divide that by the 8 days that the game has been out, we get a figure like 245. You would have had to have learned 245 different moves every single day since the game came out to have at least seen and be able to recognize and be able to defend against all of these things, right? And let's just acknowledge that you are immortal. Your time on this planet is finite. You work a job, maybe, and sleep when able. You cannot dedicate 24 hours of every day to learning fucking Tekken strings, right? So cut yourself a little bit of slack, first of all. When you look online for information about defending yourself, you're gonna find a lot of information that is very like technology and very sciencey. You know, they're gonna talk to you about frame data and about like fuzzy blocking, and all of that stuff is very real. But there are underappreciated like mental aspects that I want to be able to talk about here. So when you're playing matches online, I want you to think about and like recognize in the moment where your mind is and where your eyes are. Because I'm going to bet that in both instances, your mind and your eyes are probably locked on your character. And they're locked on your character because you're just not comfortable yet. Like, you've only been playing for 8 days, and, you know, maybe you haven't even been playing every single day since the game came out. Maybe you're a healthy, well-adjusted human being. But there's such a thing as your mental stack, right? A mental stack is the number of different things that you can be aware of and thinking about in your brain at one time. And so every time that you have to stop to think, how do I punish that in this situation? What was my launcher? How do I combo off of this? How do I wall splat in this situation? What was my tornado move again? What do I do off of a low parry? Every time that you have to stop and like have a thought about how you pilot your own character, you're taking away from your ability to register what the opponent is doing and be able to respond in a fast enough manner. And the same thing goes for your eyes. If your eyes are locked on your character because you're trying to make sure that when you backdash, exactly how far did your character backdash? When I push this button, is that the animation that I remember? Did it come out? You know, if you have your eyes locked on your own character because you're trying to control them, and you're also expecting yourself to be able to react to your opponent's mix-ups, like, just think about that for a second. Like, how could you possibly react to what your opponent is doing if you literally are not looking at them? And so it's not super intuitive, but what we're saying here is that your ability to defend yourself on the fly and be able to react to situations is directly correlated to how comfortable you are piloting your own character. The less that you have to think about what you're doing and how far you're moving and how you're spacing and everything, and the more that it's automatic, you don't have to think about it, you can just do it, the more space that you have in your head for being able to watch what your opponent is doing and being able to think about it thoughtfully. Thinking thoughtfully, by the way. Jesus Christ. Anyway, you're able to think about it on the fly and you're able to come up with solutions rather than just like looking at your own character and being like, I'm pushing all these buttons and the animations are happening, but I'm just getting hit. I don't understand what the fuck's going on. So yeah, I just wanted to provide an alternative perspective on being able to defend yourself. Thank you so much for watching. If you want me to talk about another topic, let me know in the comment section down below. Until next time, peace.